Okay, let's just jump right into it. The title of this explainer might sound a little crazy, right? Why your savings account is making you poorer. I know, it goes against everything we're taught, but stick with me, because understanding this is absolutely crucial for your financial future.
So let me ask you this. Is your savings account a leaky bucket? Seriously, think about that. You pour your hard-earned cash into it, hoping it'll fill up. But what if there's a slow, invisible leak that's draining its value, drop by drop?
I mean, we're all taught the same thing from the time we're kids, right? A growing bank balance, that's the ultimate sign you're doing okay financially. It's supposed to be the goal. But what if that's not the whole story? Today, we're gonna pull back the curtain on that idea.
All right, first up, the savings account illusion. And the subtitle says it all. Why your money feels safe but isn't. It's this cozy feeling of security, You see the number go up and you think, I'm doing the right thing. But the reality, well, it's a bit of a magic trick.
And this quote, man, it just says it perfectly. While you are out there sacrificing your energy, your time, and your weekends to earn it, that money is sitting motionless in a bank, and its value is evaporating day in and day out. Think about that. All your effort, your sweat, just to have the value of that money slowly disappear. It's kind of heartbreaking when you put it that way. So, what's causing this evaporation? What's the source of the leak in our bucket? Well, it's time to meet the villain of our story. I like to call it the invisible thief, this hidden force that's constantly, silently draining the value from your money. And the thief's name? Inflation. We've all heard the word, but what does it really mean? It's pretty simple. It's the rate at which stuff gets more expensive. So your money, the actual dollars and cents in your account, it buys less and less over time. The number on your bank statement might say the same, or even go up a tiny bit. But its power, its purchasing power, is going down. Okay, let's make this real. Look at the shrinking power of 10 grand. Back in 1990, you could walk onto a lot and buy a whole new car with $10,000. A whole car. Fast forward to today, and that same 10,000 bucks, fiffed, you'd be lucky if it covers the down payment. The number is the same, 10,000, but what it can do for you has just been crushed. So this isn't just some abstract economic theory. There's actual simple math behind the leak in your savings bucket. Let's run the numbers together and you'll see exactly what I mean. All right, let's imagine you did it. You saved up a solid $10,000. You pop it into a savings account and you're feeling good, right? Responsible, secure, you've got your cushion. But the second that money hits the account, it's caught in this massive tug of war. In one corner, you've got the interest rate from your bank, and let's be super generous and say you're getting 1%. In the other corner, you've got the heavyweight champion, the inflation rate, which is often hanging out around 3%. Uh-oh, you can already see this is not an even match, can't you? So let's break this down. You started with $10,000. After a year, the bank gives you your 1% interest. Boom, that's an extra $100. Your account now says $10,100. And you look at that and you think, hey, I'm $100 richer. But, and this is the big but, during that same year, that invisible thief, inflation, came along and stole 3% of your money's buying power. That's a $300 loss in what your money can actually get you. So what's the bottom line? $100 in gains minus $300 in losses, that's a net loss of $200 in just 1 year. Your bank statement literally lies to you. It says you have more money, but in the real world where you actually have to buy things, you are $200 poorer. It's a tough pill to swallow, but that's the reality. And you have to understand, this isn't some unfortunate accident of economics. Nope, it's how the bank profits. The entire game is designed for them to win. It's their business model and it works beautifully for them. And the way they do it comes down to this one fancy sounding term, net interest margin. But don't let the name fool you. It's just the difference between the interest the bank gets from lending money out and the tiny amount of interest it pays to people like you. And that difference, well, that's their profit. So check out the bank's playbook. It's really simple. Step 1, they borrow your money. Yep, when you deposit money, you're lending it to the bank. And they pay you a super low rate, like that 1%. Step 2, they take your money and immediately lend it out to somebody else for a mortgage or a car loan at a much higher rate, maybe 5, 6, 7%. And step 3, they just sit back and pocket the difference. That spread is pure profit for the bank, all made possible by your savings. Let me say that again because it's so important.
Your savings account is a tool for the bank to build its wealth. It was never, ever designed to be the primary way for you to build yours. It's their tool, not yours.
Okay, so after all that, you might be thinking, great, so should I just pull all my money out of my savings account? And the answer is a big fat no. It's not useless, not at all. We just have to understand its true purpose. It's not a sword you use to go out and build wealth. It's a shield. It's for defense.
So what is the real job of a savings account? Well, first, let's be clear what it's not for. It is not for long-term wealth building, period. What it is for is short-term financial safety. In other words, it is your emergency fund, and having one is probably the single most important foundation for financial health. And this emergency fund shield has some simple rules. Rule number 1, it's for emergencies only. We're talking job loss, unexpected medical bills, a car that breaks down, not a last-minute trip to the beach. Rule 2, you want to have 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses saved up, just enough to cover your needs if things go sideways. And rule 3, it has to be liquid and easy to get to. You see, the return on this money isn't the tiny bit of interest you earn. The real return is peace of mind. It's the ability to sleep at night knowing you're covered. Which of course leads us to the big final question. If saving is just for playing defense, if it's just a safety net, then how on earth do you actually build wealth? How do you go on offense and get your money working for you instead of for the bank? Well, that's a fantastic question, and it's exactly what we'll have to tackle in another explainer.